What's up, everybody? Chris Denman, Travis Terrell. It's We Are Live. Pleased to be joined in studio by headliner for Helium Comedy Club this weekend, Godfrey.
Yo,
what's up, man?
what's
good to see you,
up?
buddy. It's really organic. There's a good feel to it.
And
already.
Akeem Woods is the feature.
He's around.
Oh, you've been here before, right?
Yeah,
well,
we're
I'm
old
staying
hat.
at his house, actually.
I was gonna say.
Oh, dope.
We're 3 days into our hangout.
Oh,
this
man.
time. So yeah,
Right on.
He's here. Travis, Akeem's back. I know you're excited to see him.
I'm always excited to see Akeem, and I'm very excited to see guys. My first time meeting Godfrey. So
Right, it's exciting, man. This is the first time in St. Louis, not ever, right?
No, I've been to St. Louis before,
Yeah.
but I haven't done Helium before. It's a pretty brand new club.
It's 4 years old. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty new.
Is it 4 years old?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
I thought it was
3.
less than that.
I thought so too, but
3.5,
It's
4 years.
Helium is 4 years old.
Here, you're here in St. Louis. Yeah.
I thought it was less than that. I thought it was like
No.
maybe 1.5 to 2.
No, a little bit longer
I did
than
not
that.
know that. I haven't been here.
It's
That's
wild,
weird.
man. No, I'm excited for the crowds to see and everything. Everything we hear. So we are friends with Akeem. So we heard all these great things about your set. Somebody was saying, was it you, Akeem, that was saying online, or maybe somebody worked with him, that they saw you do 4 shows and you did 4 different hours.
oh yeah, that was me. It
Was that
6
you?
Shows. Yeah,
6
yeah. And he only repeated like 2 jokes. And that was like
How?
6. Because he's been doing comedy
Thank
for
you, Travis.
900 years. He's been doing comedy for 917 years. And
But there's
that's
people who've
why.
been doing it and do the same routine for
Yeah.
900 years.
Yeah, you're right.
They
I've
just
worked with those people, old
yeah.
white people.
They-
Do the same. Bill Clinton. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Monica Lewinsky. We all know the lipstick. Okay.
They just do the same.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to hear that same. I would for myself. I'm like, ugh.
Right.
Exact same order too. Oof.
Yeah, they do the same order too.
Ooh, I can't even-
Some
at least
people
change
are like,
the order.
or
Right.
like fucking machines, and it's
Yeah.
like the whole. If you can't sneeze, or they fuck up the rhythm, like they
Right.
do the whole.
Yeah,
set,
It's
wow.
so straight.
and it's awful.
It's funny how the difference in that. I had a friend that was getting ready to go out on stage, and George Carlin was in the room next to him, and he's reciting his whole thing like it's like a play. Like literally
Carlin?
every beat was like it was
Yeah.
completely down to that, and then
Yeah.
you just have people that go out, shoot from the hip a little,
Yeah.
have a little bit of fun. It's interesting to see the differences in that.
Well, at least Carlin like tries new shit.
Yeah,
Even though he'll be
right.
like, "This is my special. I'm working," because he would work towards. He did
Right.
like 14 specials. So he's like
Yeah.
working on something.
Yeah.
There's a
Right.
goal. That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
like
but some people, like Godfrey said, literally will have that same hour
the
for
same.
whatever.
And you
I
know,
don't know
what?
how it works.
It's,
It does though.
My
sometimes.
thing is that it's already hard enough to get a solid 10 minutes. Hard enough to get 15.
Right.
Hard enough to get to 20. Hard enough to get you. This takes a long time to get a tight 25. I'm talking about tight 25, not some bullshit 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Tight 25. Then you get to 30 minutes. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
And then what? 10 years go by. I got a tight hour.
Yeah.
That's why people's first hour is their
It's
best hour.
yeah, it's
Because it took
amazing,
them
yeah.
10 years to
Right,
get 15
right,
years to
right.
get it. And then when people go, yo, his second hour wasn't great. Yeah, because he did it in 6 months.
Right.
Dumbass.
Yeah, people don't.
You know what I
realize that.
mean?
He was
Right.
contractually obligated
Yeah,
to put it out.
you're like,
yeah.
we'll bring another one out. And so it's harder. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so that's the shit takes that long, you know, to it's not. People don't even understand like how much I can't even explain.
When do you know though? When do you know that you have your tight 10, 15, half hour? How long do you think it ultimately takes?
I don't know how long it ultimately takes,
Right.
but you know when you're doing it. I don't.
Yeah.
It's
If
such
you're
a
getting
due.
consistent
It's such a
laughs
due art
throughout
form,
it, yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a due art form,
Right.
It's martial
Like,
arts and comedy, right?
theorizing about it, like a lot of people that theorize about comedy are usually sucky comics. Right. Ones that try to intellectualize are the
Right.
ones that are not that
Right,
good.
right.
Because David Tell, who I see every night, he don't say nothing about it. He's never intellectualizing.
Right.
Bill Burr doesn't intellectualize.
Right.
I called Bill after I saw his special. We talked for half an hour. I know Bill for 20 years. He doesn't intellectualize. CK doesn't intellectualize. Who else does it? Chris Rock doesn't intellectualize. All the dope ones that kill it.
Right.
Sarah Silverman will never intellectualize her comedy. Mark Maron never does. These are all the people I know.
Right.
And I go, but the ones that go, you know what I did with that one joke? Oh, you must not be good.
If you gotta explain to me why it's funny,
You're
Right.
explaining,
not
then
be
you're
funny.
like, I did this, then I didn't feel. You stink.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Denzel don't talk about the act. He just does it. He
Right.
just, you know what I mean? Anthony Hopkins just go, you know, when I'm in my, just fucking does it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's like, those are usually the people that are not that great.
Right.
You know, Jordan, he just fucking played ball, dude.
Right.
Like, I just took, fuck.
He
what
didn't
you talking
theorize
Yeah,
about
he
his
just-
He goes like this.
crossover.
So the thing that I didn't feel, Jordan's like, I'm just gonna win.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Have to do it. We don't have a ton of time. I got to know
Yeah.
about podcasts. Seems like you're killing it. In Godfrey we trust.
I just took all the social media by I said I shout out to my man Louis J. Gomez and Randy Sutton, Legion of Skanks. Those are my dudes.
They've blown up in the last few years.
Oh fuck yeah! And their Skank Fest is just Louis C.K. was at the last Skank Fest. It was crazy dope. I joined that crew and his company, and I'm glad that I just decided to do my podcast,
Right.
Instagram,
Yeah.
and that's my job now.
Isn't that insane?
And all
Yeah.
the time, especially when I come on the road, we have so much a gap of nothing to do, and I use that to what video can I do? What can I do? I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna try and enhance the podcast. It's like I dig it. I'm glad I got into it 3 years ago. I said, fuck this. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be obsessed with the shit.
Right.
And I'm obsessed with and it's doing well. It's doing cool. People are digging the podcast, man.
Yeah.
We're almost at 60,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and
That's
it's under a
fantastic.
year.
That's fantastic.
So
And you've been in the industry for as long as you have. What does that now look like to you as far as now being able to engage your audience, but on this level?
I mean, I still wish it was old school way.
Uh-huh.
Because the only thing is like you got a lot of fucking bums that are. I call it the sock puppet Pete's.
Right?
Yeah.
That they're fucking getting mad shit.
Right.
Because they got a million followers. But
Yeah,
they
and it's not,
don't
and
do
it's not.
shit.
If people want to say it's hating, no one's hating on you, man. It's like you're calling yourself a comedian, but
You didn't go through all the process. You
you
didn't
didn't go through the
shit. Yeah,
because you have to. I don't give a fuck how many followers you have.
Yeah.
The thing I love about comedy, you gotta get up, you gotta show up, you
Yeah.
gotta put the work in.
Right.
Yeah.
And comedy will expose that shit will expose. My friend Nina, who's awesome, she's Muslim, and she did comedy a year, and she called me. She's like, she's on Sirius XM Progressive Channel, and she said she does a lot. She's doing a lot. And she goes, man, I got heckled the other day, and this dude destroyed me. I said, good. You're a year in.
Yeah.
See, now you know.
Right.
She was like, I didn't know where to go. Of course not.
Yeah, you're a year in. You're not supposed to know.
You got
Right.
nice and beat up.
Yeah,
I got you
right.
good. She goes, I cried. Good. I laughed at her. I laughed. She laughed. I said, this is comedy,
Yeah.
motherfucker. This
Right.
is what
It's
you think you
relentless.
got it?
Right.
I said, you watch. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like, it's such, I can't even.
It's part of the process. Getting that humble, like it's the welcome to the NFL moment. It's like getting cracked is what.
And I
opens-
said, there's
okay.
more coming.
Right.
It ain't over.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't even
It
bad.
ain't even-
Yeah.
That's not even
It ain't over.
Yeah.
And you got heckled in L.A.
Yeah.
Please.
Fuck out of
Wait till you
here.
get heckled in fucking
Wait till you get
Mobile, Alabama. And ain't shit around you, so now you got heckled. And you got to come back.
Wait till you in
Six
Richmond,
more
Virginia, and they go,
shows.
man, fuck you, man, that bullshit.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear that. Wait till you fucking.
Gotta be
You like that,
quiet.
buddy?
Yeah, man, you ain't shit.
I thought we
Because
was
at least if
family
you
here.
get heckled there, you can go back home, nigga. Now
Yeah,
you
when you-
stuck.
yeah, you
Nigga,
stuck. You
in
stuck
that same
there.
city. You gonna bump into the heckle at a fucking Walgreens.
I want
That's that
my-
nigga that ain't shit over there.
Word.
Yeah, he wasn't funny
Word.
last night.
I have a friend, Jared Freed, funny dude from Boston. He has a really good podcast too. Jared Freed, he's a middle guy, and he came to me to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Jared Freed's Boston, Jewish
Yeah.
cat, good looking dude, blah blah blah, Boston guy.
Yeah.
He ain't no punk.
Yeah.
We're in San Antonio at shout out to San Antonio, and he's doing his Jewish thing,
Yeah.
talking about being Jewish.
Yeah.
They was like, and it was some funny as shit. He gets off stage, and he got through it because he's a funny dude.
Yeah.
He goes, motherfucker,
Yeah.
yo, dude, that shit. I go, but that's okay though. I said, how long you been doing that? I said, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
How long has he been doing it?
Like he about 6, 7 years,
Yeah.
about 7 years. I said, yep.
Yeah.
That's
about right.
right.
That's about right.
This is but
Yeah.
years later, you're gonna be able to do that same Jewish joke
And kill.
and really convey it the right way.
Yeah.
He said, you probably were scared because you outside of your element and you were afraid, but you haven't traveled enough.
Yeah.
Where this shit is real, man. This shit is so incremental and you have to be there to know the fucking progress.
Right.
You can't, what's going to, nah, dude.
You,
You ain't going to know till you get there.
You can't Instagram post
You can't
it.
do none of that shit.
Because your followers are going to like you.
That's
but
right. And the thing about followers, people are going to come back and see you, and the months go by fast. Oh, you're back at that same place. And they're going to be, oh, remember him last year?
Yeah.
See what he got now. And that shit catches up because your years in comedy ain't going to catch up to your fucking hype in Instagram.
Yeah,
No.
I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers. And it's like, you're being bitter. I go, not bitter for what? I'm doing fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, you're going to see what I'm talking about.
Right.
Ha Davis caught it.
Yeah.
And Ha Davis, who's I love his videos. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
He said, man, whoo.
Yeah.
I caught some beatings, dude. I said, yeah.
That'll happen.
Ha Davis my ass.
Yeah.
Only call yourself Davis, motherfucker.
Only difference is your beatings are in theaters while we had to do beatings in ain't shit, but they're even worse.
And they all pay, and even like
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish, who's been a friend of mine since 2003.
Yeah.
I know Tiffany's my real friend. It's not, I've known her before any of this shit.
Yeah.
She caught one on the New Year's shit.
She talked about it recently.
And because she's experienced. She's
Right, of
18
course.
years. She's been doing it. She was in comedy camp at Laugh Factory when she was 14.
Yeah.
She's been in this shit a minute.
For a minute.
So, and I called her. I texted her. I said, you need to call me right the fuck away.
Wow.
And she called me. She goes, what's up? I said, what the fuck was that?
Right.
What was that? That New Year's shit? She goes, but I was like, fuck your butter.
Yeah.
People paid money for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like they probably had babysitters. You gotta take it as a responsibility.
Sure.
Like nah. You say we ain't had that happen anymore. No, fuck. I don't care how tired you were. You booked yourself for that day.
Right.
We don't have to be forced to do anything.
Yeah.
We don't have to show up to no gigs.
Right.
Your agent goes, hey, they want you here. You want to do it? That's how much freedom we have.
Right. Yeah.
You want to do it? Nah, I don't want to do that. Okay. We'll
Yeah.
cancel, go here. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
So if you put yourself
In that situation.
and you're on that poster,
Right.
Yeah.
you are I tell comics, act like you're responsible for a bus load of children,
Yeah.
and you're taking them for a ride.
Wise
All right?
words, man.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you need to do.
Right.
And they need to get back safely. Bam. That's what you need. How do you need to think of it? You are responsible for them.
Yeah.
They came and paid money to see you. I don't give a fuck. They paid $5, whatever. They took the time out of their day to go. I'm gonna see this person, man. I know I got to do this, but
Yeah.
So,
for
fuck
an hour
that.
or whatever. Yeah.
And I got my advice from Bernie Mac. I'm sorry, but I got some dope ass shit. I got Bernie Mac advice. I got Cosby before this show. I used to work for Cosby.
Right.
I was audience coordinator for Cosby show in Queens. And I got advice from Cosby.
Right.
And fuck what you heard. He's still one of the coldest dudes that ever touched the mic. That's how Louis C.K. got inspired from Cosby as himself. That's why Louis C.K. wanted to be a comic, because he said, who is this man with a microphone on his knee sitting on a fucking chair?
Right.
It's crazy.
Killing.
Right.
Yeah.
What? So I got advice from Cosby, from Seinfeld gave me advice when I was in I'm in his documentary, Comedian.
Yeah.
I was around him. He
Right.
gave me advice. I got advice from the best. And this is what they would say. It's like, this is incremental shit.
Right.
This is a real craft, man. I will say this over and over. And like
No
I was saying, when
shortcuts,
like when I was talking about, he came out 3 years ago. And he'd been doing comedy 5 years and never talked about him being gay.
Right.
But see how long it takes
Right.
for him to go, you know, when my parents died, it took me a while to talk about them dying.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have the strength to do it. I was like, fuck, man, I've been doing comedy 15 years, but I still haven't been like, I haven't had the courage to be like, oh, my parents are dead. You know what I mean? And when you talk about comedy, you're trying to reveal yourself. You're like, when am I going to do it? Now I can do it.
Right.
I can talk about them in the past because I had to develop that voice.
Yeah.
Shit is real, man.
So real.
Richard Pryor wasn't the shit until 1979, live in concert, Long Beach, which my buddy, one of my best buddies' fathers directed that. Jeff Margolis. I'm real good friends with his son Adam, who did my first Comedy Central special. He was a central cameraman. He's from USC Film School. Adam Margolis. He does So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars. He's the main camera guy. And his father directed that Richard Pryor concert in 1979. Patti LaBelle opened up for him.
Jesus.
And Pryor had been doing comedy since the 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
79 was when he was, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's insane.
Almost 20 years.
1963,
Yeah.
79. How many years?
Opening at strip clubs
17?
17 years.
That's yeah.
for the the best.
Live and Smoking is 1971, where he's in the Improv in New York bombing.
Right.
Yeah.
April 29, 1971, he's bombing.
Yeah.
And that's when he was starting to talk about his shit. I
Yeah.
grew up with prostitutes and
Yeah.
shit. How long did that take? This is 10, 12 years.
Right.
Come on, man.
Guys, go to Helium Comedy Club this weekend. You can see Akeem. Highly recommend getting a T-shirt
Akeem
from
Woods.
Akeem.
Yeah.
Akeem Woods here. Godfrey, finest work ever in
Godfrey.
a 7-Up commercial I've ever seen. I need to say that.
I'll take another commercial. I'll do that shit again.
Get back to
that
St.
shit.
Louis soon, man. Thank you so much
No,
for coming
thank you
in,
for
dude.
having me.
Thank you
St.
so
Louis,
much.
Instagram, comedian Godfrey, follow us.
Yeah,
and all
we'll
that
tag
shit.
it all.
Thank
Thanks,
you
man.
very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.